What's going on, everybody? Tyler Croft here with TAC Fitness. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of different methods you can use to find your maintenance calories, as well as how you can use those to set up a very basic diet plan to get you started losing weight and making some good progress in the gym. Let's get to it. First thing that you have to remember when you're trying to lose weight, or even when you're trying to gain weight and you're trying to put on muscle, you have to follow the law of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. If you want to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. If you want to gain weight, you should probably be in a calorie surplus. Plain and simple. Whether you decide to do keto, carnivore, intermittent fasting, whatever, your body has to follow this rule. You can gain weight on keto regardless of what anybody tells you. I've done it. You have to look at these different diets as tools that you can use to get you a little bit further down the road. If you're trying to hammer in a nail, you can use a stick, you can use a rock, you can use a hammer. I'm sure we all know which one makes the job a lot easier, right? I like counting calories because it's something super simple. It takes 5 minutes. It doesn't take that much mental power, and it's something that you can manipulate very easily. You can either add in some exercise or you can take some calories away. Plain and simple. At the end of the day, I don't have to worry about my insulin levels and ketosis. I don't have to worry about, ooh, am I in my eating window? Can I eat yet? For me, it's not only important to stay nice and strong on a diet, but it's also important to be able to lose weight while eating all of the tasty, wonderful, delicious foods that I enjoy eating. Because if you can do that, then it never really feels like a diet. So with that being said, let's get into the 2 different methods that you can use to find your maintenance calories. All right, so there are 2 methods that you can use to get a rough idea of how many calories that you need. First one, you can keep a food log. Choose 3, 5, 7 days, however long you want to track your calories for. And just track your calories and how much food you actually eat during that day. Just be honest with yourself, right? You're cheating yourself if you're not putting something down or if you're not being 100% accurate. Be honest with yourself. So you track your calories for X amount of days, then you add all of those calories up. Once you add all of those calories up, you divide it by how many days there are. So then you get an average. Once you get an average, that's your starting point. Try to hit that number every day and manipulate it from there depending on what it does to your weight. Don't you hate it when you're sitting cross-legged and your leg starts to cramp? Oh, give me a minute. The second one is a calorie calculator. I'm going to leave a link to the one that I like to use in the description of this video, so you can click on that and it'll shoot you straight over to the website. It's going to ask you for certain information. Don't worry, it's free. It's not going to ask you for an email or anything. It's just typing in your numbers, your age, your weight, your height, your gender, whatever. And it's going to spit out a random number. The random number is an estimation of what your maintenance calories could be. Only thing to do after that is to subtract 250 or subtract 500. If you tend to be hungrier throughout the day, only subtract 250. It's going to take a little bit longer to lose weight this way, but you're not going to be hungry all the time. If you find that you're really not a hungry person, then you can subtract 500, get a little bit faster. Now, depending on if these calories are accurate, this should put you at losing anywhere from half a pound to a pound a week. I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's probably not accurate. These calculators have a tendency to overestimate your calories, but that's the beautiful thing about a diet. It can always get better in the future. You can always tighten it up just a little bit more. Now, once you have an idea of how many calories you need to be eating to diet, one is old-fashioned pen and paper. Second one, that's the beautiful thing about technology, you can download an app on your phone. One that I like using is MyFitnessPal. It's super simple, it's super easy, and it's super free. You set it up, you put your calories in, you can adjust your macros, you're good to go. Now, as far as macros are concerned, the only thing that I like to control for other than calories is protein. Protein is important. Protein is what builds the muscle. If you're going to build a house, you can buy all the bricks in the world, but if you don't have anybody to help you lay the bricks, it's not going to get built that quickly. Vice versa, if you hire a bunch of employees but they don't have any materials, you ain't getting a house any faster. You have to make sure you got plenty of bricks, and you got to make sure you got plenty of employees. How much protein do I need to eat then? Well, to be honest with you, if you ask 100 different people, you're going to get 100 different answers. What I like to do is set my protein anywhere from 0.6 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. It's a range. Some days you're going to be hungrier than others. Some days it's going to be like you can't get enough protein. Some days it's going to be like I can't even hit my minimum number. Just do the best you can to land somewhere within that range. I also forgot to mention, speaking of protein, if you guys happen to be in the market for some protein powder or any other supplements, you can use the link in the description of this video and head over to Redcon1. Use the code T20TCROP to get 20% off your entire order. Now, as far as carbs and fats go, I say let them fall where they fall, right? If you're just getting into dieting, it's not really going to matter so much. Once you've been training for a long time, then you can start messing around with nutrient manipulation and nutrient timing and partitioning and all that. Don't let it get that complicated yet. Just keep things simple. As long as you're hitting your calories by the end of the day, or you're even below a little bit, you're good to go, man. Now you have a basic idea on how to figure out your maintenance calories, how to set up a basic diet. I tried my best to keep things as simple as possible, and I know all of you are smart enough to figure this stuff out. That being said, I know life gets very busy if you have a job, if you have a family, if the holidays are driving you crazy. If you want to cut out the middleman and you don't feel like figuring all of this out, you can always contact me on Facebook at TAC Fitness, or you can send me a message, tacfitness@yahoo.com. If you'd like to help me out in any other way, you can hop over to my Patreon. I have my tiers set up that you can get training through there as well, or even ask any questions that you might have. So it helps you out, and it also helps put that precious ham and cheese in my refrigerator. Until the next video, stay awesome, stay hungry, and get after it. Let's go.